Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss current affairs of 19th January 2022. In this lecture, we are going to discuss 7 topics which are very much relevant from our UPSC point of view. So let's get started with our discussion and let us try to see which are the topics now we are going to have our discussion. So first article which is regarding the Silver Line project of Kerala and what are the concerns regarding that project. So this topic is important from our environment and ecology, which mainly comes under GS paper 3. And next topic is about inflation. Already you know that if you have gone through your static syllabus under this UPSC, in economy you will be having a separate chapter of this inflation. So whenever you are getting any article regarding this inflation newspaper, that will be very much relevant from our economy point of view, which mainly comes under GS paper 3. And next topic it is about no one died of hunger in recent times. So this is a statement which is given by Center. And this topic is important from governance point of view. And next topic is about Tablex selection fair. So this is regarding our Republic Day parade. So this article says that here Tablex of Kerala which may be rejected. So here we are going to understand what is this Tablex. So it will be important from your prelims point of view. And next topic is regarding 3 Navy personnel killed in explosion abroad INS Ranveer. So here what happened, explosion which mainly happened in this INS Ranveer, and that led to killing of 3 Navy personnel and as well as that injured many people. Okay, so this article is important from defense. Here you need to focus on this INS Ranveer. And next topic is regarding increasing of sea levels prompt Indonesia to relocate its capital. So this article which is mainly talking about relocating of capital of Indonesia, that is Jakarta. Okay, so this article is very much important from our science and technology, environment and ecology, because we are going to talk about climate change and impact as well. And next topic is about cyber attacks surge as COVID spurs digital push. So this is regarding security, which mainly comes in GS paper 3. So these are 7 important topics now we are going to discuss in this lecture. So because of my bad sore throat, and you can also see change in my voice as well. So because of that, I can't explain much today. So but I will be giving you brief overview. Okay, so because I can't leave this Hindi analysis despite of my bad health, but I have to come here and I have to record the lecture. So please adjust with this bad throat for this day. Okay, so I'm very sorry with my bad throat today. Okay, and now let's come back and let us see first topic. It is regarding Silver Line project is anti-development. So actually there is one dilemma that will actually comes when you are studying even in your ethics is environment versus development. Okay, so this is the double effect that we can see here, theory of double effect. So if you have studied about this theory of double effect in your ethics, you will be seeing one dilemma here that will arise here is environment versus development. And even if you are writing any case studies regarding this environment versus development, you have to add this theory of double effect. Okay, and whenever you are going for development projects, especially we know that it will be having some negative impacts on environment as well. So in the same way, this project of the Silver Line rail project also having some issues. We are going to discuss that. So this article mainly says that it mainly poses a threat to Kerala's ecological security. Okay, it mainly poses a threat to Kerala's ecological security, and this could end up as a white elephant. So this is a central theme. So if you're talking about what is this project actually, so this project which is mainly talking about building of a high-speed railway corridor, and it mainly connects southern end and state capital with the northern end of this Kasaragod. So if you see this infographic, I collected this infographic which appeared in our earlier newspaper cut. So here it is connecting this Kasaragod until Thiruvananthapuram. Okay, so this is the Silver Line, and if you're talking about length, it is about 532 kilometers, and it mainly cut through 11 districts, and land mainly acquired, it is about 1226.46 hectare of land, and speed of train here is 200 kilometer per hour. Okay, and the travel time here is 4 hours from Thiruvananthapuram to Kasaragod. At present it is like 12 to 14 hours, and when we are going with the Silver Line project, so we can decrease that time to 4 hours. So what will be the benefits of this project here is, first one is we can go for decongestion of road traffic, and it will also help with the improvement of air quality. And next one is reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, and it also decreases the noise pollution as well. And next one is minimum land required. It is about half of that 4-lane highways. So if you want to go for construction of this 4-lane highways, whatever the land which is required to construct this project, we need just 1/4 of that land. And next one is fast accessibility, and also it will be economically, and as well as it will be also contribute for industrial growth as well. It will also boost even tourism sector, okay, and it will also leads to job opportunities as well. So these will be the advantages, okay. So these are some important facts that we can get from this infographic. So if we're talking about what is this project all about, so it is nothing but it is the biggest infrastructure enterprises, okay, and the line which is proposed here is about 529.45 kilometers long, and this project which mainly covers 11 districts to 11 stations, okay. When the project is realized, one can travel from Kasaragod to Thiruvananthapuram, which is less than 4 hours, but earlier it took about 12 to 14 hours, and the speed of train here is 200 kilometers per hour. And why we need this type of rail project in this Kerala? So if we're talking about need, first one is it has long been argued by urban policy experts that existing railway infrastructure in the state, it cannot meet the demands of future, okay. To mainly meet the demands of future, whatever the existing railway system it is present, it is not going to meet the demand. So we need some upgradation, and most of the trains which mainly run at average speed of 45 kilometers per hour, because of a lot of curves, and we can see Western Ghats are present here, okay. So because of this, we can see low speed of the train which is mainly seen, and the government which mainly claims that this Silver Line project is a need of hour, and it can take a significant load of traffic, such that it will also decreases the road traffic congestion, and it is also very much easier and as well as faster for commuters, and even it will help to reduce accidents and as well as fatalities as well. So we're talking about what are the issues. First one is the time target. Here is 2025. So this target or deadline of this project, it is not feasible. And next one is, if you want to go for acquiring of land, especially from private players, it is one of the key challenge of this project. And next one is, so many environmentalist activists, so they are mainly opposing to this project here. And next one is, there is also some fear like irreversible change or irreversible impact that can be seen in the state rivers, paddy fields, wetlands, and that will lead to floods, landslides in future, okay. And critics also says that when they want to go for build of this type of project, that will be also pushing the state into debt, okay. So this is just of this topic, and I hope it is very much clear. Now let us try to see next topic. It is regarding inflation. So what is the meaning of inflation? Whenever there is rise of prices of goods and services in the market, so this condition is called as inflation. So what happened recently, we are seeing that WPI index, wholesale price index, consumer price index, which had been increased, right? So there is increasing of inflation in the market. So now let us try to see this topic in a very great detail. What is written in this, we are going to discuss. If you're talking about our budget, so every year budget will be introduced on February 1st, okay. So within few days we are going to have our budget, right? So in this budget, actually introducing of a budget, it is one of the challenging thing this year because of economic recovery fragmentation, okay. So we are seeing that there is no proper economic recovery, and again there is increasing of cases in India, and again some states are going for restrictions like imposition of night curfew, some are going for mini lockdowns like that. So because of this, here upcoming budget need to spur India's fragmented economic recovery, and recent latest official data which mainly suggested that industrial output, which is mainly settling with meager 1.4% growth in November. But here what happened, inflation which is mainly re-emerging, okay, and there is increasing of retail prices, okay, and in December it is like 5.6% in December, But if you see in November, it was like 4.9%. There is increasing of price in the market that we can see. So while if you're talking about urban India, which mainly recorded a higher incidence of price rise of 5.8%, and in rural areas it is about 5.36%. Okay, since July 2021 onwards, there is steep increasing of inflation that is mainly seen. And not only this, there are many states which are mainly facing higher inflation rate. It is like 5.6% level here. Okay, and some states like Haryana and Tamil Nadu, they are seeing highest level of inflation, that is even 6.6%. So inflation mainly seen in food items, beverages, and higher seen in clothing and even foodware prices. So recently, because of changing of this GST slabs, okay, foodware prices and textile and foodware prices which mainly increased because it mainly coming into the new slab of 18% of this tax slab. Okay, so because of this higher GST on textiles and softening food and as well as vegetable prices this month, this may help in some of these pressures. Okay, but these are other headwinds. So what happened regarding these textiles, the government said that this new slab will not be applied now, so they are going to take some time for including this textile into new slab of this GST. So even though we know that government mainly decreased this excise duty on this fuel prices in November, but what happened, they may not sustain for a long run, as average price of India's crude oil basket is now around $84. Okay, and inflation in this wholesale price, which is also seen very much high, like 14.2% in November, but it had been decreased to 13.6% in December. Okay, and we can also see there is also increasing of high commodity prices and input cost are increasing. So whenever whatever the raw material that is used by manufacturing companies, okay, whenever the increasing of raw material cost or input cost is, that cost will be carried away or passed to the consumers here. So because of this, that is leading to retail inflation. And whenever there is increasing of retail inflation, what happens, the savings of this household will be decreased, right? So because of this, what happened for industries, inflation is one of the critical and obstacle to higher consumption and as well as growth impulses as a new virus mutations and even third wave. So because of this new viral mutations and because of this third wave Omicron, due to this Omicron variant and as well as a France variant, new France variant, so because of this, these industries are mainly going to hit hard. So because of this, government, whenever it is introducing this budget, it need to take it into consideration regarding this inflation as well. So RBI need to review this monetary policy here. Okay, and they need to communicate regarding this inflation game plan, and finally they need to suit the expectations of the people. So this is just on this topic, and I hope it is very much clear. Now let us try to see next topic. It is regarding no one died of hunger in recent times. It is a statement which is given by Center. So if we're talking about context here, is Supreme Court asked one question to Center that regarding this hunger death. Okay, regarding hunger death, that means people who died because of this starvation during this COVID-19 time. So for this question, Center mainly said that no one died of starvation in recent times across the country, even during this COVID-19 pandemic. So even during this COVID-19 pandemic, no one had died because of this starvation. So this is the reply which is given by Center. So in this context, our Ministry of Consumer Affairs, he said that, so the progress which is mainly made by the nation since independence, and there are many comprehensive policies which are mainly come up by the government, and these policies, they are mainly come up by both state government and as well as central governments, and because of this, there is no starvation regarding deaths had been reported in the country in the recent times. Okay, but court mainly focused on one important report and as well as newspaper articles regarding this starvation deaths. Okay, and in this context, Central mainly replied the court that the span from arguing that court to ask the states for the data on making the sweeping comments about malnutrition and as in developing countries and reading statistics out of 2015 health survey report and a newspaper article. Okay, so court mainly asked this question based on 2015 health survey report and as well as newspaper article regarding the malnutrition and in developing countries. And in this context, Center said that there is no starvation related deaths which mainly reported even in this COVID-19 times. So this is just of this topic. And next topic, it is regarding tablex selection fair, says Rajnath. So this is a tablex, a replica of Kerala's tableau, but this tableau may be rejected by the center. Okay, so because of this, what happened, there is something which is mainly going between center and as well as states. Now let us try to see context. If you see context, it mainly says that our defense minister conveyed to Chief Minister of States of West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, that there exists a well-established system for selection of this tablex for Republic Day parade in the national capital. So I think if you have watched this Republic Day parade, you might be knowing that different themes they will be also seen on this Republic Day parade. Okay, and different states they will be coming up with different themes. Okay, so these are called as tablex, right? So in this context, so Republic Day, which is going to be coming in the next 1 week, right? So because of this defense minister, he mainly conveyed to this chief minister of different states, and they are mainly talking about this tablex presentation in this Republic Day parade. So if you see some details, it mainly says that the defense ministry invites a proposal from all the states, union territories, union ministries, and as well as departments for this Republic Day parade 2022, and they got about 29 proposals. Okay, and if you're talking about some basic facts that you need to know regarding this tablex, so when does the process to decide this tablex start and who can participate? So this process will be start around the month of September every year. Okay, every year defense ministry starts this tablex selection from this September month, and defense ministry is very much responsible for this Republic Day parade and the celebrations. So in this context, mainly here defense ministry will invite all the states, union territories, and central government departments and few constitutional authorities to participate in this parade through this tablex. Okay, and shortlisting of these proposals that can be done in the second week of October. And now let us try to understand the process of selection of this tablex. So this selection process is a very elaborate and as well as time consuming process. So in this selection process, defense ministry, it will come up with an expert committee, and this committee contains the members who are well experienced regarding fields like art, culture, painting, sculpture, music, architecture, choreography, etc. here, and those committee will be very much helpful in shortlisting of tablex from the proposals. So first what happened, so these states they will be submitting sketches or designs of the proposals, and these proposals will be scrutinized by that committee, and if they want any suggestions or any modifications in the sketch design, they will be giving. And the sketch should be very much simple, colorful, and easy to understand, and as well as it should avoid any unnecessary detail, and that tablex should be self-explanatory and should not need any written elaboration as well. And if there is any traditional dance involved in this tablex, it should be a folk dance, and what are the costumes and what are the musical instruments they are using, that should be traditional and as well as authentic. Okay, and this proposal will also include a small video clipping of that dance as well. And once approved, the next stage it is for applicants to come up with the three-dimensional model of their proposals. Okay, they need to come up with three-dimensional model, and they will be examined by this expert committee for final selection. And in making this final selection, committee mainly looks into combination of factors like visual appeal, how it is looking like, and what will be the impact on masses, and what is the idea, what is the theme of this tablex, and what is the degree of detail involved, accompanying music, etc. And the committee meets for around half a dozen rounds for the number of days, and they will come up with elimination, shortlisting the proposals. Okay, and finally they will be coming up with a short listing of tablex. So the defense ministry mainly recommended the participants to try and not engage any firm or a fabricator that are involved in the creation of two tablex. Okay, so they have to come up with only one tablex. So this is just of this topic. And now let us try to see next topic. It is regarding 3 Navy personnel killed in explosion abroad at INS Ranveer. So this image, it is INS Ranveer. So what happened in one department, or we can say like, so in one compartment, in one internal compartment, the blast mainly happened or explosion mainly happened, that led to killing of 3 naval personnel, and as well as 11 people they mainly injured in this event. So this article is important from security point of view, which mainly comes in the GS paper 3. And if you see context, mainly says that 3 Navy personnel were killed and 11 are injured in this explosion okay, explosion in this INS runway, okay, in naval dockyard in Mumbai. So if we're talking about some details, what happened, one unfortunate incident that happened in this naval dockyard Mumbai, and that led to killing of 3 personnel. So if we're talking about this INS runway, it is a fourth of 5 Rajput class destroyers and mainly built for the Indian Navy. And INS runway commissioned on 28th October 1986. So these are some important things that you need to remember. And now let us try to see next topic. It is regarding capital of Indonesia. So here the recently a bill in Indonesia Parliament passed for shifting of this capital. So because of this is the news, and now let us try to see this topic in a very great detail. So here we can link this topic with environment and ecology because of increasing of sea level rise, right? So if you see context, it mainly says that Indonesia's parliament which mainly passed a law. So this law which mainly approving the relocation of its capital from slowly sinking Jakarta. So actually the capital of Indonesia is Jakarta. Jakarta, it is sinking slowly. Okay, so because of this they want to relocate this Jakarta to a site which is 2000 kilometers away from this away on this jungle clad Borneo island, and the name of that capital city will be this Nusantara. So if you're talking about details, it mainly says that because of increasing of sea levels, and there is also severe congestion on densely populated Java island. So actually this island, which is mainly home to more than 30 million people in its greater metro area, and Jakarta has long been plagued by severe infrastructure problems as well, and there is also flooding which may be exacerbated because of this increase in the sea level due to this climate change. And if you're talking about this new capital, it will cover about 56,180 hectares in East Kalimantan province on this Indonesian part of Borneo. Okay, so this is about this topic, and now let us try to see what is the reason for this relocation. So actually you know that Jakarta mainly built on marsh island area, so they are mainly prone to be submerged because of increasing of sea level rise. So due to this climate change, the water levels in this Java Sea are rising, and weather events are also becoming more extreme. And actually you know that this Jakarta, it is one of the fastest sinking city. Because of this they want to shift this capital city from here to Borneo Islands. Okay, so if you're talking about where we are shifting, so here this is our Indonesia. So this white color part, it is our Indonesia, and here we have our current capital, that is Jakarta. They are mainly trying to move this Jakarta to this Borneo Islands. So here this is approximate area they are mainly talking about. And now let us try to see next topic is regarding cyber attacks. So cyber attacks had been increased in this 2021. So this is the report which mainly talking. So this article is very important, and you can note the data regarding this increasing of cyber attacks because it might be your mains question. Context says that there is accelerating pace of digitalization. Already you know that due to this COVID-19 pandemic, there is increasing of digitalization. Okay, so there is increasing of mobile gadget and as well as some other technological gadget that is mainly increased because of online learning. Because of whenever we want to book anything, we are doing our bookings for groceries, for clothes, everything in some online platforms, and even medicines and telemedicine, we are doing this online. So because of this, there is increasing pace or accelerating pace of digitalization that is mainly seen because of this COVID-19 pandemic. So here this article which mainly says that because of increasing of digitalization, there is increasing or record breaking year for the cyber crime and even ransomware attacks which had been increased. That is about 151% in 2021. So average we can see that there are cyber attacks of 250 cyber attacks per organization that are being faced. So if you see some details, it mainly says that the World Economic Forum, the World Economic Forum's Global Cyber Security Outlook 2022, which mainly released during this online Davos Agenda Summit. So in yesterday's lecture we studied about what is online Davos Agenda Summit. So if you have not watched yesterday's lecture, please watch that lecture. In yesterday's lecture we detailedly discussed about this Davos Agenda Summit. Okay, and what happened? So in this Davos Agenda Summit, So World Economic Forum, which mainly released this Global Cyber Security Outlook 2022 report, it mainly says that there is increasing of the cyber attacks and as well as ransom attacks here. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly is said in this article. So now let us try to see explanation for yesterday's questions. So first question here is, consider the following statements which describe the properties of a particular metal. Okay, so the first statement here is, it is a valuable metal of which the major ore is wolfram. So if you see this wolfram, okay, if you have a knowledge regarding tungsten's formula or chemical formula is W, then you can easily identify the correct answer, that is tungsten here. Okay, and this knowledge you can get even from your +2 as well. And next one is, consider the following statements regarding atomic minerals. It is about uranium. So uranium occurs in both earth crust and as well as seawater. Yes, this is absolutely correct. India has one of the richest reserves of thorium. Yes, thorium reserves are present especially in Kerala. Next one is, US have the highest reserve of uranium in the world. So it is not a US but it is Australia. So you can eliminate this third statement. So correct option here is 1 and 2. That is option 2 is correct answer. And third question is, Kadar soils. Kadar soils are preferred over Bangar soils for crop cultivation because Kadar soil is composed of fine particles than that of Bangar soil. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct. So this Kadar, it is newly formed alluvium deposits. Bangar here is old deposits, right? So Bangar soil lack conker nodules, but this Bangar soils will have this conker nodules. So this second statement you can eliminate. So you have to choose the correct statement. Okay, so here 1 only it is the correct answer. So correct answer here is 1, option 1. And today's questions here, it is based on soils. So first question is regarding black soils. So black soils are treated with cement or hydrated lime during roadways and railways construction. Consider the following reasons. So first one, it is to overcome the problems of volume changes due to alternate expansion, shrinkage of soils. So if you're talking about important characteristics of black soil, then you can easily answer this question. To prevent soil erosion during the wet season, to improve bearing capacity of the soil, and you have to identify correct statements. And second question is regarding laterite soils. So although laterite soils are formed in the regions with high rainfall and high temperature, it requires good dosage of manures. What are the reasons? First one is intense leaching because of high rainfall, lack or less availability of humus. Choose the correct answer. Okay, consider the following statements regarding this red and yellow soils. Soils look yellowish when iron diffused in soil gets hydrated. And next one is, red and yellow soils are mainly found in deltaic regions, especially in the eastern Indian coast. And less fertile coarser soils are found in uplands, while fertile fine soils occur in low-lying regions. So you have to identify the correct statements. So try to give your answers in the description box. Don't forget to give your answers. So before concluding, I want to make a small announcement on this platform. If you want to clear UPSC, I will suggest you to join this prelims test series and as well as mains answer writing course that we are providing in Rathod's IAS Academy. So in this prelims test series, we are providing 30 tests, which includes both CSAT and as well as GS. And in GS, we have sectional test, we have revision test, we have full length test. And in mains answer writing practice course, so we are giving you weekly targets, and in this weekly timetable, okay, based on that, so we will be giving you daily one question such that you will be writing answer and you have to send back to our email ID so that there will be evaluation will be done. So apart from this, we also provide you model answers and there will be one-to-one mentorship, and we are going to complete entire syllabus of your static GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 along with that year's current affairs in 1 year, so that you will be well prepared before going into exam, such that you will be also having command regarding this mains. So mains is one important factor that will decide whether your name will be there in final list or not. So please don't underestimate this course. Apart from this, we are also coming up with prelims mentorship course. So this will be going to be started from 25th January. Okay, so in this course especially we are focusing on mentorship. So it will be like 4 months of program. So there will be weekly test and those tests will be recommended by us. And next one is one-to-one mentorship will be given, and one-to-one personal mentor will be monitoring your progress. And the next one here is like live classes will be there in that prelims mentorship program, and it is going to start from 25th January. And next one here is we are also providing you foundational course for UPSC GS. So in this foundational course, there will be like more than 700 hours of video recording lectures, and there will be one-to-one mentorship, and we will provide you conceptual clarity for sure. 100% concept clarity it is mainly given here, because recent trend of UPSC had been changed from asking fact-based question towards this analysis-based question. To answer those questions either in both prelims and mains, you need conceptual clarity. Without conceptual clarity, you are not going to answer that questions. And if you want to take individual courses like economy, history, geography, science and technology, disaster management, environment and ecology, you can take those individual courses as well. So by this I'm concluding. So the details of this course are given in description box, and if you want to watch demo videos, you can watch the demo videos as well. And if you want to talk to me directly, you can call to this number 8074765513. Okay, so by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much.